So what is pendulum? So this thing we can see everywhere, like what basic principles of pendulum, simple pendulum motion. So how the concept came. So it's very long time ago. So at the time of Galileo, it is more than 200 years ago. So he was in a church and their chandelier, like which say big lamp which hang with a metal rod. So he observed that it was having some oscillation because there would be a wind current, and what he observed is that this time period of each oscillation doesn't depend on the amplitude. What does it mean? That if it is oscillate like from this angle, let's say like this, and it's very small angle like this, so for both cases when it's coming back to its return position, that time period doesn't depend on the amplitude of the oscillation. And he measured that thing by, that time there was not that stopwatch or hand clock kind of thing, right? So he used his pulse, like, and by that he count time, and he found out that's interesting, it doesn't. So that actually intrigued him to do many series of experiment. So the pendulum came from the hanging object. It's actually meaning in Italy a Roman. So some object. So he used one instead of that kind of complicated stuff. So what he used a metallic ball hanging with a wire, and he observed the time period for different values of mass and this thing, and he came to the conclusion that the time period doesn't depend on mass, it only depends on proportional to the root over of length of the string. Also uh, doesn't depend on the amplitude when the oscillation is small. And in that concept later Huygens used to build that big clock, which is we called it grandfather's clock. So until then the clock was not that much precise, but that clock actually was revolutionary. So from there the concept of pendulum came. So in the series of lectures I will be explaining uh, many different aspects of pendulum. So hope you will like it.